So the first time I visited the Dominican House of Studies in Washington, D.C., really one of the first things that struck me was just the joy of the brethren. We were mingling, all these guys who were visiting the house, and you could just feel the joy as they talked with one another, as they incorporated us in conversation. It was a really powerful witness for me.
I always thought I was being drawn to the priesthood, always thought I was being drawn to religious life. I think we all experienced a certain incertitude. We kind of questioned, where are we going with this? And I turned to Our Lady, and I prayed the rosary, and I was faithful to her, and she was faithful to me. And I think she moved me into the order, and again, she's the reason why I'm here, I think.
I mean, growing up, I was always very interested in the sciences from a young age. My dad himself was a scientist, a chemist. In the sciences, there's always this search for truth and the beauty inherent in the structure of the universe. That same impulse of curiosity that drew me to the sciences, to the study of nature, it was the same thing that drew me to the study of God, and the same thing that kind of really opened that pathway to my desire for sanctity.
There's something different here. It's not just the priesthood. There's something different about being a religious priest. There's this intellectual consuming of spirituality. And so that speaks to the united anthropology between the intellect, the will, and how the whole person is drawn towards truth, beauty, and goodness. And I think that articulation in the Dominican fashion was very attractive to me.
One thing that I thought was really helpful in learning about the charism is a point a brother made where he said the building, the very building that we're living in, incarnates our life. And he pointed out 4 places. So the library stresses the life of study, utterly fundamental to preaching. The refectory, the common life, living together as brothers, which also from that flows forth the preaching. The chapel, which is that source and summit the liturgy to God. And then the front door, going out and preaching to the people of God.
I moved around a lot through my jobs to many different parishes throughout the United States. And I could really see the difference between high quality preaching and low quality preaching. And that high quality preaching, when I found it, was very important for my faith life. And so I want in the future to be able to bring that sort of high quality preaching to others.
Yeah, the novitiate year has been very good. It's been definitely a year of intense formation, but I've loved every minute of it.
It's one of those very profound, unique experiences where you really go off and spend time with the Lord and have a desert experience.
The thing that I often compare the novitiate to is like a spiritual workout. As you're going through it, it's sometimes exhausting, it's sometimes tiring, but you do always have this sense that you're getting stronger. But it's much more of a spiritual kind of strength.
To be steeped in praying the Liturgy of the Hours daily, chanting them, to have that time for silence and for prayer, to spend the time with the brothers and get to know them on a deeper level. It's been a wonderful year.
We've had a really strong group of guys who have bonded well, have had a lot of fun together, but also have been very committed to growing closer to God, to really dedicating a lot of time to prayer and to study. And so I've been really inspired by the guys that I've been living with.
We've spent a lot of time, more time than I ever have, learning to love and to live and to breathe the liturgy. And it's been an absolutely wonderful opportunity for me to do that. And I do feel like I'm growing much closer to Christ.
We have this opportunity because of the generosity of donors, benefactors. It's an incredible blessing. And know that we always pray for you, weekly, Mass, and the Rosary. And we're very grateful for your help in making this life possible for the good of the Church, the good of souls.